Hi, this is Polo, and I just want to talk to you about what I'm using. I'm currently on the road, and I carry a RV that's been modified a little bit, and you know, so I'm going to take you on a little tour of my little RV studio. This is some Whitney Houston plaques. I got another one over there, and there's some Zucchero stuff around. But this is where I do all my work, whether it's commercial work or anything that I need to do. And the mainstays of my studio for bass is I use the Markbass, Little Mark 800, all the time for all of the bass insert stuff into Pro Tools. If I do anything with an acoustic guitar or a regular electric guitar, I use the AC 121, and that's everything. I mean, I have some Class A mic pre's, I have some stuff, they're all in my other studio. I took them out of here because I don't need them. I just use just these. They're so clean and they're powerful. Let's see. Up here in Pro Tools, if you look, you can look at two tracks that I did. One is a Fender Jazz bass, which is this one here. The other one is a human bass, and the difference in what they sound like and what the amp puts into Pro Tools, there's no compression, there's not anything that I put on it, just direct, and I send that to the mix engineer. And they go, what are you using? And I just tell them, hey man, I use my bass amp. So it's a very, very cool thing. So I'm going to play you a track. And this is for a commercial in Italy. And we want you to listen to how it sits and how fat it is. So. That's the track. Now I'm going to go to another track that I did.
Mayhem dropping drama, radical rebel with the music bomber. Fake MC, then I hang them higher. The mic is mine, time to pay the piper. Climb a block going off as I kick them. And quick like the Puma.
Okay, now what I wanted to point out about these things is that it's so even, and when I use these two knobs, I've fallen in love with this whole thing. If I'm in my studio and my subwoofer is not there, sometimes, you know, the jazz guys, they don't like the subwoofer, so they take it out. And I have my little New York. I go in and I'll change the settings on this thing, and I'll turn this one all the way up, and I'll turn off all the other knobs. And I use it as a subwoofer, and it's very clean and it's very accurate. The other thing is this thing sounds like speakers. I don't know if you got that from what you could hear, but it sounds direct, but it also has that roundness that's you really want. And the tone of it just sits in a track like no other DI. There isn't any of those little thinness and all that other stuff, or it's too fat and it doesn't have any articulation. This has everything that you need. So if you get one of these, not only can you take it on a gig, I took it on tour with me because I had to fly and I kept it in my suitcase, and I did a whole tour in South America with just this head and whatever cabinets that showed up, but this was the mainstay and it kicked booty. I suggest that you really look very seriously at this piece of gear. It's amazing.